Here we are, starting another one. And on this one, should be a good one. We're heading off to Pennefather, which is about 60-70 k's north of Weipa here. And just for the day, really, check it out, have a look around. There's an old World War II crashed aeroplane there we're going to try and see. And the river mouth, do a bit of fishing there, a bit of relaxing. So hopefully it'll be a good one. But we're starting here, just out the front. We're going to try and catch some mullet, which I don't know if you've seen in the last couple of videos. The old cast netting's getting pretty damn good, so I'm happy with that. It's usually first cast, got enough. So let's see what we can do here. Launch it in, get enough for Pennefather and then head off. Have a look at that.
Oh wow.
So there's prawns here. We've got our first one. I don't know what to do with him.
Bit small. You gonna cook it up?
Nah.
Let him go?
Don't know what we're going to do with it. Either use it for bait. If we were to get loads of them, I'll probably cook it up, but there's prawns here. Well, that went alright. There's a couple more than one cast. There wasn't that many mullet around. But we did get that little prawn as well. So there you go, Arthur John. I know you've been dying to see some prawns. So we got one. We just got to, I guess, get some more and try and make a feed out of it. But let's get some fuel, hit the road, and head up to Pennefather. Have a fish and a relax. So this is a little spot called Crystal Clear Creek. It's on the way to Pennefather, and it's just a little dot pretty much on the Wikicamps app. But beautiful little creek, a little hole, I guess. I'm not too sure, but it is crystal clear, and they've got these nice. I don't know, they put poles in there, posts in there. Yeah, beautiful little spot. There's a couple of little signs saying crocodiles were spotted here. So no swimming, I guess. Not sure, I'm not going to go for a swim. But a beautiful little spot, stunning little spot. But they've put some work in here as well, having these posts here. And a little rail, I don't know what that was. It says something about crocodiles along there. But I don't know, we'll keep moving. But it's a good little spot, little hidden gem. So this is Pennefather Ocean View Campground, or Pennefather, I don't know, one of the campgrounds. I'll leave it sort of below here as I do. But this is a good little spot. Nice and protected. There's a lot of crap on the beach, which I'm guessing is washing up from just floating around in the water there. But a good little beach. Really protected and nice and sandy, which we're not going to drive on the beach because it's sort of turtle nesting season, turtle whatever they do season, so we'll let the beach be. But you can see all the little quad marks, quad bikes riding along here, so there must be good fishing along here somewhere. But a beautiful little spot. But we are heading right up the tip there to see if we can find this aeroplane, World War II aeroplane. What do you reckon? It's nice. On another thing as well, another note, we got new tyres. Toyo AT2s, which is all he really had, old mate, so I'm not whinging about that. 380 each. So we got 3 of them, 2 for the front, 1 on the spare, and did some little maintenance things. So one little problem on the car we're having is this scrub bar has snapped this little mount. So here's the dilemma. That's what we got to try and fix. I'm no welder, but you can still see a bit of a crack in there. But I just filled it up there and filled it up there and sprayed it, primed it, sprayed it black. It's good enough for me. Fair bit of penetration on this sort of side. Not so much here, but enough. Like I say, I'm no welder, but it's better than it was. Just we'll wait for it to dry and then whack it back on there. This was done without a mask. I don't know if I mentioned that, but unfortunately the mask they had here just had no little screen. So it was just a blind man just sort of going like that. But it seems to have worked. Well, that's all done. It's good enough for me. No more rattling. Pretty solid. We've taken the wheels off as we're getting 3 new Toyo tyres, AT tyres. So the old girl's getting a bit of love, which she definitely needed. New brake pads, new tyres, adjusted the front sort of coilovers, make it a bit level, and re-welded this bar, which she's now solid. So touch wood, the car's all sort of done, maintenance wise. So how's this for a little campground? It was just up the road from where we were, but beautiful little spot here where they've made a little hut, and there's loads of these little huts all along sort of the coast. But what a top little spot. It's a shame you can't swim, but absolutely incredible spot. And unfortunately we're not going to see the World War II airplane wreck today, which is a bit of a bugger. It's another 29 k's up the stretch, and I'll see if I can show you these roads here, but they're just sort of, well, they're not even roads, little sand tracks, corrugated, horrible. So we're not going to get to it today, but we will get to it. One day when we come out here and camp tonight, we'll have some time to do it, but today it's already after lunch, so we're just not going to make it. To either go up there and see that and miss out on fishing, or go fishing at Pennefather and miss out on that. So fishing wins. But what a spot. This is bloody beautiful. So we've made it here. This is the Pennefather river mouth. And well, it's just over the other side of that little sandbank there, but you need a permit to get sort of along the river, which I don't know how much it costs. We're not going to do that today. We're just going to cruise along the beach and have a fish. But this is it. Beautiful little spot. There's a couple of, I don't know, people camping up there, the ranger station as well. But absolutely stunning here. So we'll see if we can find a nice little spot and have a fish. But there's plenty of oysters as well on these. They look like they've all been picked off, but just spotted out the corner of my eye. So we'll head around that little corner up there. Try not to go too far on the beach, just because of all the turtles nesting. And find a nice little spot, pull up, have a little fish. Well, this looks all right to me. Small little point here, and we're just, from that last little clip, we're just around the corner there, so not too far. away from there, not too far up the beach, try and save the turtles. But we'll whack the awning out, chuck some chairs out, chuck some rods out, have a nice little, I guess, picnic. What do you reckon? Good spot?
It's very hot.
It is very hot. Something like 30 degrees, so I don't know. Dip our ankles in the water. Well, here it is. This is us all set up for the afternoon. The wind is starting to pick up a little bit, so I'm a bit worried about that awning we got going on there. First time we've used it in probably 6 months, which says a lot. I don't know how it's going to go. It's a King's one, but there were a couple of comments asking about it. That's the first time we've used it. So rods in the water, all set up. Time to have a drink and just relax, I think. Forgot to bring a bloody hat, so it's a good thing we've got this awning. What are you doing?
Sunbathing in the shade.
Sunbathing in the shade. Oh, something's having a go. Yeah. Should be on already.
Yeah.
Queenfish. What do you reckon?
Keeping it?
Yep. So there's no size on queenfish, but this is a good enough for us. So I guess we'll fill this one up and try and make some numus, something like that. But we're on first fish, nice queenie. So she's just over 700, this one, which good enough for me, and hopefully she's going to taste good. But we'll get another bait out there, or we'll kill this first, get another bait out there, and then make some numus. So we're back out, and if we get another one, which hopefully we should, it's on you.
Give it a go.
You're going to catch your biggest fish you've ever caught. It's not hard. What's your biggest from last time? The first fish, wasn't it? Yeah. How big? How big?
I don't know. It was like this big. I don't know what it was.
Well, it's still your first fish. This will be your second, and this will be a monster. But let's get onto this. On the K-on rear table, which is an absolute godsend, we'll get some numus going somehow here. There's still nothing. We had a little sort of bite, but by the time Soph ran down there, she was gone. So yeah, just keep cooking here. But 2 little tubs. We're going to try 2 different ways. So the first way we're going to do is just sort of the, well, where everyone sort of posts about. Onion, garlic, chilli. Well, it's supposed to be fresh chilli, but the Weeper Woolies doesn't really have that sort of stuff. Vinegar, lemon juice, a bit of sugar. And the other way we're going to do is finely dice some of this cucumber up, and coconut cream seems to be a way people do it. So we'll do one of each, and I guess see which one's better. First time trying it, first time trying to cook it. So what's the worst that can happen? Oi. This is the thing of cooking here in Cape York. It's starting to rain. I've got all the gear out, but you can see it's starting to turn white, which is pretty cool. But let's get all this out of the rain and try and hide under a little king's awning. Well, there's nothing we can really do. We've still got a little mullet live baiting out there in the water, but we're just going to chill out, I guess. Wait for this rain to pass. Hopefully the awning doesn't blow away, but putting in work, not getting wet. So she's hiding in the car. Yeah, wait for it to pass.
What was that?
Well, I don't know what this is. But we've somehow hooked it while it's raining. Oh. Is it a cobia, maybe? I think that might be a cobia. We'll have to have a look. I'm pretty sure it is a cobia. But we'll unhook him, get him back in there, just because I don't know what it is. I'm going to have to find out. But how's that for a little rain off? Hiding under the shade here. We actually caught something. So it's pretty cool. Let's get him back in. So we sort of mixed up the onion and cucumber there, but in the sort of madness of the rain. So I guess we'll just sort of launch it into one and try and keep what cucumber we have left and to put in the other one with the coconut cream. But we're just winging it at this point because everything sort of went south with that rain. But I don't know, should be right. Everything's turning white, so apparently it's good to try it now. But I'm going to give it a little bit more. So it all feels nice and tender. This one here, the low bowl, has got the sugar in it, so it should take the edge off the vinegar and lime. This one hasn't, but this one's going to have the coconut cream going in it. So feels good. That piece looks really nice there, if I can get it. We'll give that a try. It's actually not that bad. That's pretty good, I like that. That's really good. Just go for another bit. Beautiful, but try not to eat it all. We'll whack it back on ice. And go from there. Or I might just keep picking on that one. We'll whack the other one back on ice. So it seems once that rain sort of passed, the wind's dropped right off again, which is pretty handy. But also, just down here you can see these rocks, but it also looks like the sort of heads out a little, I don't know, rock bank or reef or something like that, just out there. So it might be worth walking down there, have a flick with the popper, just see what I can get. There was some action down there before, something jumping, chasing something, but we'll head down there with a popper and hopefully Soch can control that if something goes off. If not, I'll run back. But let's have a crack down there with a popper. Right, so they've been in there just over an hour now, so I guess we'll pick at this one. Oh no, this one's the cream one. So we'll empty all the sort of vinegar and lemon juice out of that one and fill it up with some of the coconut cream. And then this one, we'll just leave this one to marinate, I guess. But we'll try it with some of all the stuff in here. See if we can get a bit of garlic, bit of onion, bit of everything there. That's really good. Really good. That's not even going to make it home, that. So we'll add some coconut cream in here. And maybe a little bit more chili, just to give it a bit more of a kick. But that should do it. Mix her up. Something like that. Apparently, this could have gone a lot better if it didn't rain, but it is what it is. And it says refrigerate until ready to eat, but I'm ready to try this now, so have a bit of everything. Cheers. That's really good. I won't say it's as good as this one, but that's probably because, I don't know, sort of got the same sort of flavours going on in both. This one's just really coconutty now. But if you add, I think on the recipe I did see, like cherry tomatoes or something, capsicum, little bits of that, just a bit of everything really, mix it up and make a nice little salad out of this. But I'm not complaining, it's just good. Beautiful little afternoon here. No luck down there either. Tried the popper, about half an hour, nothing. Fish jumping, they're just not jumping after my popper. So I will say, the coconut cream takes the acidity sort of hit that this one has, takes it away. Whereas this one, it's got a little bit of sugar in it, so it's nice and sweet and sort of sour at the same time. But this one's really coconutty and just different flavour altogether. Dad, you'll like this one. You love coconut. And I'm guessing there's so many different ways that you can make this, as long as you do the vinegar or lemon sort of juice to cook it. You can have whatever you want in there. It was a real easy, beautiful meal, or even side dish. Well, we're going to pack up now, about 3:45ish. So yeah, pack everything up and then we'll head down back to the river mouth down there, and we'll try and put the prawn on a smaller rod and just have a little flick for, I don't know, 15-20 minutes and see what we can get. And then don't know how we'll go with that, see how we go. But after that we'll just head back to town and end it there, I think. But what a beautiful spot. Nice queenie, little cobia I think it was, and cooked up some numus, which was beautiful. But let's pack it up and move on. So we're going to launch the little prawn out here somewhere. Just as we pulled up, there's a fair few fish jumping, so I don't know what they were, but I don't know, it looks like a nice little spot to chuck the prawn in. I didn't want to chuck him out there because it's sort of all open area, but we'll chuck it in here, see what happens. Well, the prawn did no good. She had a couple of casts, but this rain's coming in quick, so chucked her back, let her go. But we'll chuck these rods on the roof. We're all packed up, left no trace. But let's get out of here before this rain hits pretty hard.